I ain't need just one. You don't want it?
I stopped wearing chromas and I'm married jeans. Getting too much money and it's busting out the seams. I only slept on you because you started selling dreams.
So you guys, I want to bring y'all this video on Jalen Green and Breah Hicks just because we definitely got some things we got to talk about. So just recently, a lot of people has been requesting for me to make an updated video talking about Jalen Green and Breah Hicks' current situation with their relationship. So you already know we're going to go over this, and let's just talk about on what's going on between these two behind the scenes. So first thing first, let's talk about Jalen Green. So we all know Jalen was the second overall pick in the 2021 NBA draft. He's currently 19 years old and he has been having a good season so far throughout his rookie year. Throughout 18 games and putting up 30 minutes, Jalen has been averaging 14 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds, shooting 38 field goal percentage and shooting 27% from the 3-point line. So as you can see, he's doing his thing. Even though the Houston Rockets, they having a really bad season. They're 15th in the Western Conference, holding a 4-16 record. So as you can see, the Houston Rockets, they're currently rebuilding their team. That's why they have Jalen Green and Kevin Porter Jr. running the backcourt offense and everything, and just basically running the team. They even got John Wall sitting on the bench when he's getting paid like $47 million for this season. So as you can see, the Houston Rockets, they're just trying to figure out everything for their future. Now, if you guys do not know, Jalen is currently dealing with an injury. Back on November the 24th, he suffered a strained hamstring against the Chicago Bulls. It was a grade 1 injury, which means it's not that bad, and he's expected to sit out for 2 to 4 weeks. So as you can see, Jalen Green, he's just basically getting himself together. This is his first year in the league. He also even competed in the summer league as well. So he already has a few games under his resume, and he also plays a lot of minutes. So that probably could have been a reason on why he ended up getting injured early. But at the same time, that's part of the game. Jalen Green, he's very athletic. We all know this man has insane bounce. So it's expected for him to get a hamstring injury, you know what I mean, because he jumps extremely high. I don't know what type of leg workouts he do as well, but I know he be putting in that work behind the scenes in the gym. So at the end of the day, it's just a minor setback for a major comeback, because most likely he's going to win the Rookie of the Year award. We all know last year LaMelo, he dealt with a wrist injury and he still was able to win the Rookie of the Year award. Now for Jalen, it looked like it might end up being the same thing for him, even though he did get injured earlier than LaMelo. But he got a lot of time to return back on the court and just ball out for real, you guys, because it's not even All-Star weekend yet. It's basically not even half of the season yet. So he has a lot of time to still show out. His numbers are already looking good to win the award right now. So at the end of the day, I just can't wait for him to return on the court and help the Houston Rockets get better and just get some dubs for real, you guys. Now let's talk about the spicy stuff on what's going on between Jalen Green and Breah Hicks. So if you guys do not know, Jalen and Breah has been together for about 6 months. So it's been about half a year. We all know Breah Hicks used to talk to King Combs, which was her ex-boyfriend. They was together for 7 years. They ended up breaking off around April of this year. So right when she ended up breaking off with King Combs, then about a month later, she went straight to Jalen Green. And they've been together ever since. Back on June the 23rd, Breah decided to comment a heart eyes emoji on Jalen Green's Instagram live. And of course, right when everybody started to see that, people started to screenshot it and send it to me. And it's crazy because I remember when I first saw that, I didn't know if they had anything going on, but check this out. The very next day, that's when Jalen decided to post a picture on his Instagram story. He was hugging Breah Hicks from the back and he put the heart emoji. So that's how it all started, and they have been going strong ever since. But here's the thing, they also have some problems as well, because back on November the 8th, somebody screen recorded that Jalen Green, he decided to unfollow Breah Hicks on Instagram. Then she unfollowed him right away, right after that. But then the very next day, they start to follow each other back. Then of course they both went MIA for a little bit. Then out of nowhere, Breah Hicks, she decides to post a picture on her Instagram with Jalen Green. They was together, both wearing shades and stuff, and the caption said "on the run with the black heart." Now when I look at that caption, I can't lie, a few things do come to my mind. The first thing is she's probably saying that because of what they're wearing. You know, they both wearing black shades, they're wearing black, and it look like they on the run and stuff like that, you know what I mean? So it might just be like a little outfit look. But another thing that I'm thinking about is she probably put that because of King Combs. we all know King Combs is the reason why Breah Hicks and him ended up falling off. So the fact that she said on the run, as in Jalen Green scooped her up and, like, you know what I mean, basically took her away from all the toxicness dealing with King Combs, I really feel like she probably meant it that way as well. But I could be wrong. That's something that you definitely got to think about. I really feel like she definitely has King Combs still on her mind, because even though her and Jalen Green, they've been together for about 6 months, or probably even longer than that, they just been showing the world that they've been together for around 6 months. You already know she was with King Combs most of the time throughout, like, her past 8 years of her life. You know what I mean? Like, she was always being with him, and it's just so crazy when you watch her always following Jalen Green and stuff like that. It's like she's used to it because she was already doing it with King Combs, if that makes sense. But it's just only different this time because Jalen Green is an NBA player and Christian was a rapper, and he just had a different lifestyle and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I really do support Breah and Jalen's relationship. They both young, even though Jalen 19 and Breah, she's 22. She's a few years older than him. Jalen was dealing with that Camilla girl. You could tell that he really did like that girl because he was always with her, just like how he's with Breah. When he was in the G League, that Camilla girl was at his apartment all the time. They was making videos together, taking pictures and everything. So once he fell off with her, he was just trying to find another girl that he could be with to just support him, because he knew he was going straight to the league. And it's just so crazy because around that time, that's when Breah Hicks and King Combs was dealing with all their mess in their relationship, and they ended up falling off. So the fact that Jalen and Breah ended up getting together, you know, it just happened at the perfect timing for them two, because they both was getting out of toxic relationship with their ex and stuff. So at the end of the day, we just got to see if they're going to last. Remind you guys, they both got out of long relationships, so there's a possibility that Jalen Green and Breah Hicks could last, but I could be wrong. We just got to see what's going to happen in the future. I definitely want you guys to leave your comments and opinions below on how y'all feel about this. I thank you guys for watching. Please make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you press the notification button. T Gang, we out.